Hey guys, Do a Dreamer. Want to take time to talk about something that's been buzzing the internet wrestling community about Darren Young. Excuse me. About Darren Young coming out of the closet, revealing that he's gay to a TMZ reporter, which is a big surprise that he would reveal this to a TMZ, but you know, I guess there's no wrong place to reveal it, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, what kind of brought this out was TMZ caught him at an airport on his way to California for SummerSlam, and he asked Darren, do you think homosexuals can make it big in professional wrestling? And he said, well, look at me. I mean, I'm in the WWE, I'm in the big leagues, and I happen to be gay, you know what I mean? My thoughts on this is pretty much going to be the same as most of the people who are actually commenting about this and support this, what Darren Young did, that I'm for it, you know what I mean? And he is who he is, and it shouldn't affect him in any way, shape, or form of his status with the WWE, you know what I mean? I know there's some homophobic people might be saying like, oh, he's gay, he should be fired or something like that, but honestly, do you really think the WWE is gonna fire him because he's homosexual? Yes, I know it's PG and all that stuff, but do you really think they would risk that type of bad publicity, especially having groups like GLAAD knocking on the door and protesting? And the fact that most of the states in United States, including the state I live in, Rhode Island, is accepting gay marriage. Do you think they're gonna pull that plug? No, they're not, you know, so that's not even a question, you know what I mean? But I do want to talk about one thing, though. Seeing that I am a professional wrestler myself, not in the WWE, I'm in the Indies, how do I feel about homosexuals in professional wrestling? To me, they're just another person. They're just another person who is either Asian, Black, Hispanic, Caucasian, or even people with autism. I mean, there are people with autism who actually wrestle, you know what I mean? And even, you know, people with one leg like Zach Gowen, you know? I wrestle anybody. I don't discriminate, you know what I mean? There might be sometime in my past matches I might wrestle someone who was homosexual, but you know what? If it was revealed to me, I would say, okay, who cares? I'll still wrestle you, you know what I mean? It shouldn't affect the way you work with the person if you found out the person's gay. If you're homophobic and you want to like take cheap shots on the person, then that's wrong. But as far as, you know, we both are on the same team. We both want to put on a good match and a good show. So it shouldn't affect anybody or anyone if a wrestler reveals that he's gay or not. You know, still work with the person, you know, because that person could be a really good worker. You know, like Darren Young, and I know people are arguing like, what do you mean he's successful? Well, he is in the WWE, he is in the big leagues and making good amount of money. Not as much as John Cena, even though he kind of looks like him, but he is in the big leagues. That means you're on top, sort of on top of the world, but you're not worried about when's my next match gonna be. He's on a contract where he's getting some bank, you know what I mean? So to answer that TMZ reporter's question, yeah, I think that homosexuals can make it big in professional wrestling, just like anywhere else. I mean, look at Ian McKellen. You know, we all, you know, he made it big as playing Magneto and Gandalf, and we all know he's gay, and we still respect the guy, despite all that. You know what I mean? And there are a lot of wrestlers who were gay, like Pat Patterson is gay. As far as I know, Chris Kanyon was gay. Orlando Jordan, people still respect him, even though he revealed that he was bisexual. So, you know, I think it's a dumb question to ask if they can make it big, especially the fact how back in the day, WWE and other feds have been doing gimmicks that have wrestlers portray homosexuals. Like, think of the Christopher Street connection in Ring of Honor, Chuck and Billy, Goldust, just to name a few, you know what I mean? And even Adrian Adonis when he was dressed in drag, you know what I mean? I mean, things like that you have to think about. So I don't think it's a big deal that we have homosexuals or people portraying homosexuality in professional wrestling. Now, will it work in the PG era? Probably not. Will parents might complain about it? Maybe. But I don't think WWE is going to pull the plug on Darren Young due to the fact that he's homosexual, especially with the backlash it will get with the gay community, and the fact that most of the states in the United States are now accepting gay marriage, including the state I live in, which is Rhode Island, you know. So I see no problem with this, and I think he's still going to keep his job. I think, you know, if anything, they could, like, W could use Darren to actually reach out to the gay community, you know what I mean, and also do something where they can promote, you know, anti-bullying and discrimination to homosexuals through him, you know what I mean? And you can use that as an awareness that it does happen and how we can prevent it, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things, a lot of good positive things that can come out with this, especially with Darren Young being now the first openly gay wrestler under the WWE, you know, without having to leave the company and say, oh, I am actually gay, kind of thing, you know. But I think he's not going anywhere. I think he's going to still be with the primetime players. And I hope that that tag team can... I mean, they were getting up there, but because Abraham Washington was gone, you know, they kind of lost their momentum. But I hope they gain momentum, in my opinion. So, Darren Young's not going anywhere, okay? So, if you don't believe me about this whole thing, the video from TMZ is in the description box below, the link. And tell me what you think about this thing, you know what I mean? So, anyway, gotta go, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.